Yes. Did you start the stream? Yeah. That's what I was trying to figure out. But we're up and running. We're up and running. And the crowd goes wild. Hello, hello, hello. All right. We got everything. We got everything working. And I'm so excited. Good morning. Whew. All right, that was hard. Pushing buttons is hard. But I just wanted to say good morning and welcome everybody. Yes, I have on my comfort clothes today. I have talked about in the past about how like whenever I'm in a mood, sometimes I'll just grab my mashed potatoes and I'll be like, "Yep, this is it. I need a mashed potato Netflix kind of day." Hello, Brian says, to everyone watching, and Lonnie, you are beautiful, loved, and mattered. Thank you. Aw, thank you, Brian. You are such a gem. I'm just going to sound like I am my grandmother, but you're just a gem, Brian. You're a good friend and I appreciate you. But what I'm trying to say is, I wanted a comfort outfit today because over the last maybe the last couple of days, I haven't really been struggling, but I have been trying to put things into place. And when I say I've been trying to put things into place is I was just kind of getting that overwhelming feeling that I was doing too much and I wasn't doing anything well. Have you ever had that experience where it's like, I was like, I'm going to do this, and this, and I have so much to do. I'm just going to do it because I have so much more to do, but I'm not going to have that satisfaction of feeling like I did anything well. And it's been growing and growing and growing to the point where I was like, I wasn't enjoying anything that I was doing because it was just a task that had to be done. So Loki's mom, you totally get it. So I still produced my daily content and all of that. But in the back of my mind, I was definitely like, hold on here just a second. I do have to push one more button. I do need to push one more button. Hold on here, and I'm going to go here, and gosh darn it. Give me 2 seconds. I just thought of something again with the whole got too much on my brain, and I'm going to go here, and because I have too many streams going. I want to see this. And this one I am going to push over to private. Okay. So that's where I've been really struggling. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Kay. Our energy brings light to everyone, and you are beaming, my friend. Thank you so much. Now, Courtney, I didn't even think about my overalls. Can you read okay? Should I take, because I can just have my top on if that's easier to read. I know that sounds a little weird, but if you need me to move my overalls, I can, because I have my top on underneath. So let me know if you're having a hard time. I can see. Okay, good. Because I really didn't want this to turn into one of those channels where I'm like, hello, good morning, and happy Tuesday, as I start removing my clothes. You know, I try to keep this one definitely like, I thought about it, but I would just about anything for you, Lottie. Oh, thank you. So I will, here, let's do this. There, how's that? There. Now we can read everything, and I'll just be like, why you all put up with me, I really have no idea, but I absolutely appreciate you putting up with me. So getting back to where we were talking about, it's been kind of weighing on me, and it's been happening here a lot. And it's where I'm just feeling like I'm taking way too much on. I'm just doing too much, and I'm not doing it well. Hello, Fauna. And so I won't say I've taken a step back because I really haven't. But what I wanted to do is I want to, as Robert says, I want to work smarter, not harder. So I'm actually streaming here on TikTok. Absolutely love you all. And I have it also too simultaneously showing somewhere else. And for me, it's a perfect remedy for just making sure that I give both. I give everybody the attention that I want to give, because what I didn't want to do is, oh, Mercuby, hello. Because what I didn't want to do is I didn't want it to be where here's what I felt. And every morning when I was putting on my makeup and I was showing you my outfits, I was so stressed out because I was like, I even had to set a timer on my little Siri thing. Is that what it is? No, Alexa. Just want to make sure she's not going to turn on. But I had to actually set a timer because I was like, I only have 25 minutes to talk here, to put on my makeup, to show on my outfit, to get going, to try to run over to somewhere else, to just sit there and be like, and I did not appreciate the energy that I was putting out. And if I didn't appreciate it, I didn't think you would either. So again, it's just been the meeting of the minds and again, working smarter, not harder. And before I came on here, I was watching TikTok and I actually saw that Mama Tot, I know you all have to know who she is. She actually is having to take a step back for a couple of days from burnout. And I can't even imagine the stress that she's under. I mean, her platform is 14 times bigger than mine. I know how many followers she has, and she's having to take a step back for her health. And so I'm just like, I really just want to make sure that I, again, produce good content that's entertaining, that gives value, and I'm able to do it in a manner that is healthy for me and entertaining and has value for you. So that being said, I have two different audiences and I couldn't be happier because I love you both dearly. And now I feel like I can give both of you the energy that I can give. And so I'm excited about that. And I'm going to I'm going to make it so then that way our lives have substance. You know, I don't want it to just be where I sit here and be like, this is my coffee cup and you can sit here and watch me drink coffee. You know, while that could be entertaining, that's not what we're going to do. So today specifically, we're going to talk about kind of like time management maybe and people pleasing, because I am a huge people pleaser and it's part of my past. It's part of being, Texas says, it gets exhausting going live. You know, it's something that I flourish at it. I love going live. Live is where I am my strongest, I think. I think I flourish more in my lives than I do in my videos. But that's where I get my energy from. So what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I just totally blinked out on what I was going to say. Oh my goodness. All right, let me have a moment here as I think about what I was going to say, because it was really good and it was really pivotal. Oh, people pleasing. Oh, that's it. So I know I'm a people pleaser, and it is part of my past. It's part of the trauma that I went through. It's the way I was raised. It has to just do with everything. So I'm really addressing that part of my psyche, because part of my journey and part of my putting everything into perspective and trying to be healthy here and give you, good job, because I forgot too. Thank you. Loki's mom says, I think there has been some weird energy everywhere lately. Absolutely, there has been. And I tell you, across social media, it's been really, really weird. And I am going to get back to the people pleasing, but I want to address that comment because, I mean, I personally have 3 large platforms that I'm on. So I have TikTok, I have the U one, and I have the I one. And the I one has turned into like something totally that I am not aware of. Good morning, Silver. Good morning. I hope everyone remembered their meds. I just took mine. I just take vitamins and I already took mine, but thank you for the reminder. But it's turned into, I get the meanest comments come from there. But even like on YouTube, it's like the views are struggling and just kind of weird energy. But I agree. I think right now the world is it needs a dose of kindness And sometimes I think that we carry that around with us a little bit and it becomes very heavy, almost like a weighted blanket. So I'm taking a step back from people pleasing. And it's not like I'm doing anything on here. I'm not overextending myself on any of my platforms, but I have a scenario where I'm going to tell you where I just realized that I'm still struggling with people pleasing is because I did have an old boyfriend of mine reach out to me. And he and I have been friends. All right. He and I are still on good terms. I mean, we were just two different people that were in two different parts of our lives that went two different ways. All right. But we are exactly that. We are so two different people. I mean, even when we were dating, he was so different than I was, but I dated him for, I mean, I loved him, but I also loved the idea of being in a relationship and I loved the security of being in a relationship. So I'm a different person now. I mean, that was 15, 16 years ago, and I'm a completely different person. So he reached out to me the other day. Brian says, I agree, spread love and positive vibes, even to those that do it to you. Even to those that don't, I think what you meant to say is that don't do it to you. And yes, I absolutely agree. But my ex reached out to me the other day. He tried calling, but I was filming a video and I couldn't talk to him. So he sent me a text and he asked me if I wanted to go to dinner and to see a cover band. And while it might not seem like that big of a deal, it's something that in like the depths of my recess of my mind, I was like, I don't really want to go. You know, for one thing, I'm super busy. I have my things that I'm doing. All right. And my first gut instinct was, I don't really want to go. And I'll get to that, Courtney. And so I was like, no, I don't want to go. And then the other part of me was like, but you know, you're going to have to, right, Lonnie? You know, you can't say no. That would, no, Brian, it's not a woo-hoo. It's not that at all. But it was more like I felt obligated. Is that weird? I felt obligated to say yes, even though I fundamentally didn't want to go. And because it's like, I don't really like, you know, the cover band was for a band that I really wouldn't be interested in watching. The idea of going and sitting in a crowded theater is not appealing to me. And I just felt like I wouldn't get joy out of it. Yet still part of my mind, I was like, you got to go. Nope. It's next month. Morgan says, good morning. You are such an inspiration to me and you are just amazing. Hope you have a great day. Well, thank you, Morgan. But no, I mean, it's next month and I haven't responded yet because I really wanted to do it correct. Wait, what? Is this your ex-husband? Oh, no. Lauren just asked me if this was my ex-husband. No. That's a completely different scenario. My ex-husband, I don't even know where he's at. If my ex-husband were to try to reconnect with me, every single bell, every single warning, every single thing in my mind every alarm would go off because I just don't think that he's ever going to grow enough to ever undo the damage he did. No, he is no. This was an old boyfriend that I dated after my divorce. And we were just two different people. So he wasn't a bad person. He just wasn't my person, if that makes any sense. Oh no, Shelter Dog Strong says, thank you very much, sweet offer, but I'm going to have to pass. Is that what I should say? Because I'm sitting here and I'm like, what do I say? What do I say? I mean, and I know it's a growing situation for me. All right. If I'm able to actually go into my mind and be like, okay, Lonnie, it's going to be okay to say no. It's going to be okay to put your your feelings first. I'm okay with that. I'm getting there. I'm like little baby stepping there. Um, yeah, I'm baby stepping myself there, but I know that it's something I need to do. I wouldn't make any excuses. Be honest. Knew you deserves that. You know what? And I think that's a beautiful statement. Excuse me. And it is true because I think you bring up a really strong point, because if I were to make excuse like, oh gosh, I'm going to be out of town, or you know what, I have to water my plants that day, or I have to shampoo my hair, I can't do it. I think what that does is it undermines my growth and my strength. So I really appreciate you saying that, because it's making me think of something. It's making me think that by me being honest and just being like, you know what, I don't, do I say I don't want to go? Or do I say, I mean, what do I say? How do I say it? That's what I need to know. I don't want to go, but if I were to actually say, I don't want to go, is that mean? I mean, because this is new for me. This like whole like energy of, me actually listening to what I want and not being a people pleaser is new. So help me out. I need some help. Caesar says, hi there. I just got my first tattoo 3 weeks ago and found your channel. Awesome. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be your last one. You're going to get a lot more than that. I'm getting used to saying, no, you don't need a reason. User says, hi. Don't know what that second word is, but hello. Yeah, you know what? And that's a really good point too, Loki, is that I don't need a reason. I can just say, I'm sorry, I can't make it, and just leave it at that. Again, that is a really strong, valid point, because I don't have to make excuses as to why I'm going. The simple fact that I'm not going should be enough. Lauren says, no, just say thank you for the offer. I'm not interested at the moment. I like that. You know, again, I'm acknowledging it, and I'm holding up for myself. I totally get that. It's not being mean. You are just taking care of yourself. Thank you, Morgan. Loki says, I would say no, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm going to, let's see. No is a full sentence. You know what, Courtney? I really like that. And and here's the thing is like, part of me, it's a huge growing experience for me. And that's why I love sharing these things with you. Because like I was saying last night, which by the way, we are up to 25 subscribers here on TikTok. And I am so excited. We are a quarter of our way to our goal. Are you a tattoo artist? No, but my tattoo artist is actually on here if you want to say hi to him. His name is Brian. I'm not a tattoo artist. I just get a lot of tattoos. So Cesar says, I 100% agree. I'm already planning my next tattoo, all anime related. Ooh, I love that. That's really cool. I love it. And there is no such thing as one tattoo. Yeah. So if you have any questions for Brian, he is right there, and he is amazing, and he can answer any question. But I was just really, I was really pleased with myself over the last couple of days, because it, again, like I very easily could have just stayed with pushing through, doing 30-minute icky content on TikTok Live, and then moved over to, good work, Brian. Yes, Brian was like, hey, I'm here. If you got something to say, I'm right here. But I could have just continued, and going like even deeper into my psyche, even deeper is that sometimes I keep myself in this rut of constantly feeling like I can't keep up, because it's almost like a form of self-punishment in a really weird kind of passive aggressive way. And I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to do everything I can to be as healthy and as emotionally happy as I can be. Juicy says, love the flower on the back of your hand. I have a smaller rose on the left hand. Well, thank you. Actually, Brian did both of these. So Mr. Brian Dell, actually, Brian did all of my sleeves. I mean, every time I am on social media, I'm like a walking billboard for Brian. I'm all like, if you want to, I am a live action tattoo book, and it all leads right back to Bedell. And you know what? And I wouldn't have it any other way. And I think part of me, people ask me all the time, they're like, well, are you going to be getting any more tattoos? And part of me is like, you know what? I just can't imagine right now, because for as long as I've been doing this, I don't know if I wouldn't feel comfortable putting my skin in somebody else's hands besides Brian, and he freaking left me. And so, it's been a hard adjustment, because I love him dearly as a friend, and then he moved to Chicago. So I don't know why I'm still talking to him. I'm just kidding. I love you. Let's see here. Cesar says, you know what? I kind of hate when people say you should have get a tattoo about this or that. Like, come on, it's my body, my money, and my personal preferences. Oh, absolutely. And just wait until you get more. The more tattoos you get, the more opinions you get, and the more this and the more that. And I'm a firm believer that whatever tattoo somebody gets, it's on their body. It's their self-expression. So sometimes, yeah, I walk by somebody and I'll be like, oh, I wouldn't get that tattoo, but I respect them for it being on their body. And I just wish the same back. That's all I want, is for somebody to tell me the same thing back. Looks great. Well, thank you. So that is part of my journey, and part of my journey is coming on here and sharing everything. Reeb says, wait, in Chicago now, do you know where he's at? I'm in Chicago. Well, Brian, can you please tell them where you're at in Chicago? But yes, he's there. I'm sick of two things. Okay, Courtney, my mod on has two things that she wants to, we're going to rant about, and I absolutely love it. I'm sick of two things. Does that tattoo mean anything? And cool, how much did that cost? See, I've never had anybody ask me how much my tattoos cost, but I've had people give me a bunch of BS over the fact that I have a Dyson hairdryer. Out of everything that they pick on me about, they pick on me about my hairdryer. Don't ask me why, they just do. People were so offended when I did the TikTok about the whole, breaking in your Doc Martens and how you can warm them up with a hairdryer. So I got my little Doc Martens, I got my hairdryer, and I'm like, yeah, you sit there, you warm up the leather with your hairdryer, blah, blah, blah. The whole time talking about Doc Martens. And the whole time, the only thing anybody is ever talking about is, how can you afford a Dyson hairdryer? Well, you know what? I work really hard. That's how I can afford a Dyson hairdryer. I work 7 days a week. I work 18, 19 hours a day. No, that's a lot. I work a lot. So I just think it's funny how people just assume that, how you spend your money is incorrect. And also too, says Bad Fairy says, my brother talked me out of getting one tattoo. Well, are you going to never get it, or are you going to just get it whenever you want it? Loki's mom says, you look after you. Keeping healthy body and mind is vital. Try having a day off a week. No, I don't want a day off. Well, Sundays are kind of my days off. I will tell you. And here's the thing is, I only work as much as I want to work. I absolutely love what I do. And so like me sitting right here talking to you, I'm enjoying myself. I'm having fun. This is my community. And this to me is not work. And so when I'm like, oh, I'm working, I'm like, no, I'm just hanging out with my platform, and I'm having fun, and I'm talking about life. And then I have to remember sometimes that this is technically work. You should make more cooking videos. I'm vegetarian too and would love watching inspo. I am all about that. Yes. More cooking videos, absolutely coming right up. And here's the thing. And again, where I'm like struggling is I make great content on TikTok and I can't show it on YouTube because their shorts are only in a minute. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm just going to start putting them up as videos. Even if I don't put them up as shorts, if I can't cut them down enough to put them up as shorts, I'm just going to put them up as videos because I again, I making double content, making triple content is where I can start to feel myself. Be right back. Okay. Where I can start to feel myself kind of burning out. But other than that, I'm good to go. And then, so I have people giving me a hard time over my Dyson hair dryer. But here's the thing. It's like, I can't even remember the last time I went on vacation. I don't have any designer handbags except for the one that I bought 33 years ago or that I got from my mom. And so to me, it's like, I'm not looking at you and talking about your expenses. So you shouldn't look at us and then talk about our expenses like with that. What happened with your Dyson? Oh, what happened is I did a TikTok showing how you can warm up the leather of your Doc Martens using your hair dryer. And I have a Dyson hair dryer. And so many people on the other platform that starts with an I was like giving me a bunch of crap for owning a Dyson hair dryer. They were like, how can you afford that? Why do you have that? And my responses were, well, I have a hair dryer. I have a Dyson hair dryer because I like to keep my head warm in the winter. Why do you think I have one? I used to have hair. I used to have hair that I couldn't control. And I was investing this kind of money to try to get my hair under control. So I was just like, what a weird, random, weird thing to say. Who says that to people? I mean, seriously, I've been on social media now for 5 years. All right. I have never once stopped and been like, why are you driving that car? Or why are you using that hair dryer? And my response was, well, if you think my hair dryer is ridiculous, wait until I show you my Dyson straightener. And I mean, yeah, I wouldn't buy it now. I don't have any hair now, but I did at one point. So Texas says it astounds me that what people think is their business. You know what? Here's the thing that kicks me is that they're not really like, they're just trying to make people feel bad. And it's like, they don't care that I have a hair dryer. They just want me to be like, why do you have a hair dryer? I'm like, I don't know. Why do you not have a hair dryer? Bad Fairy says, sometime later on a hot day, I saw his arm. It had a tattoo on it, the one I wanted. No, that is scandalous. Okay, what this comment was, it's from Bad Fairy, and she wanted a tattoo. Her brother talked her out of it. Then on a hot day, she saw he had that tattoo. That is scandalous. And so what I would do personally is, if you still want the tattoo, I would get it regardless as if he has it or not. But so I'm sitting here and okay, so I get little notifications from that other platform that starts with an I, and somebody just called me rude in capital letters. They said, gray hair and tattoos, you are rude. And I'm like, what did I do? You know what? The simple fact that you think I'm rude absolutely gives me pleasure. Yes, yeah. So I would just get the tattoo, and you know what? Truthfully, I would confront your brother. I would just, and not in a hostile way, but I would, yeah. Oh, I don't even care. You know what? It's gotten to the point where it's so ridiculous over there. I just throw my content over there and I go. But I when I say confront, I think that that's a little bit too strong of a word. But what I would do is I would address it with him because that's just wrong. You know what? That's not okay. And I would just be like, hey, I know you talked me out of getting this tattoo. I know you have it. I don't appreciate it. I can't stop you. You already have it. And then just, I think for your own your own like well-being, I would say something. I don't think I could not say anything. Um, Speech Homes says, no, Spec Homes, not Speech Homes. I can read. Spec Homes 2024 says, a lot of lonely people out there, they all want attention by being mean. Yes. You know what? And I 100% agree. The thing is that it's it's a reality, and I 100% know that. And 90%, I would say 97.5% of the time, I can just let it go. It bounces off of me. I don't really care. It's that 2.5, did I do my math right? 2.5% time that I'm just like, that one's stuck. And for no rhyme or reason. It's not so much the comment. It's more about like where I am during my life and all of that. But every once in a while, it does stick. I'm not going to lie to you. And when that happens, I'll either A, have to respond back and defend myself because that makes me feel better, or I have to like just take a moment. Maybe I will light a candle, listen to music, do a little meditating. But whichever way I respond, I personally don't think there's a right way or wrong way, but I know when I want to respond, I'm going to respond. Kelly says my brother would have a black. Yeah, Kelly Kelly would have taken care of her brother. And truthfully, for Bad Fairy, I'm sorry that your brother did that. That has to really just suck. And I apologize. I'm sorry for that. Um, just, um, I just, again, I would say something and just go get your tattoo. Good morning, Wicked City Woman. How are you, my friend? Gators don't sweat. Yeah. Do you think people, that I and you might have zapped your energy? Oh, definitely, probably on yes. And the thing is for if you're wondering, I don't like talking about other platforms here on TikTok because sometimes they don't like that. And so, hello, Colorado. So I try not to mention it by names. Definitely the I one, I think does. On the U one, I don't think they did anything purposely. I think I was just trying to reinvent the wheel, to tell you the truth. For some reason, I was thinking that the content that I have here on TikTok wasn't going to transition over there. So I was like trying to recreate something new. And what I need to realize is that what I have here with you is what I should have with everybody on every platform. So I take some responsibility for myself of just like I said, trying to reinvent the wheel, and I was making things harder for myself than I should have. And so, I mean, at the end of the day, I have to monitor my own. I have to monitor my own energy and my own like production of not getting burnt out. But my schedule is pretty much. Oh my gosh, the I app has turned into the FB app. And that is, I don't go anywhere near that one. That one is like sticking your toes in a dirty pool. Keep it simple and consistent. You know what, Spec Homes? I absolutely agree. I love that perspective, and it's the truth. Just keep it. I just have to just be authentic everywhere, and everything's going to be good. They are an A, yes. But yeah, no, it's something where, and here's the thing is I cannot figure out how to turn off the darn notification buttons. Loki's mom is right. Oh yeah, no, Robert is right. Smarter, not harder. Absolutely. But I somehow need to go into the settings, and I need to make it so that way my phone isn't constantly like bing, bing, because I see all these rude messages and I can't stop them. And so I want to set it so then that way I can go in when I have a moment, maybe when I have like a little bit of energy built up to where I'm like, yeah, I can face these people. And then I can go in and then I can just address some comments and then get back out. But as it is right now, I am 24/7. I'm getting bombarded with these negative messages. And I think that that's the 2.5% that's starting to stick to me. So, by seeing Mama Tot's TikTok today, again, I am just in awe of her platform, her work ethic, and she's having to again take a step back because it's taking a physical toll on her. So I'm being super proactive. You can turn off the notifications. Courtney says she deleted hers last month. Well, I have 147,000 followers over there, and while if I have to, I will. But I really want to keep that momentum just in case I need it. But I will. I've gone in on my phone and it tells me I can delete it for like an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours. But I have not found the button yet for permanently deleting my notifications. So I'll have to Google that and figure out how to do that. But I think that that's definitely going to be a step in the right direction. Because again, it's like, when I get kind of like worn out, when I get a little overwhelmed, I see it in my content. I see it in my videos. I see it on my lives. And that's not what I want. I don't want that for myself, and I don't want that for you. So I was really pleased that I came up with this remedy, and it's working out great. And this is just the way I'm going to do it. But I have put into place, like on Friday afternoons, like after I'm done with my streamings, I usually I take some time off on Saturday afternoons. I do that. Hello, Sharon again. And then on Saturdays, and by the way, I do stream live, or I go live on TikTok on Saturdays to go thrifting. After I do that, I have a tendency to take the rest of the day off. And then Sundays are very low key for me. So I have built into my my time and my platform some little safety issues for me to regenerate. But I will tell you something that is a toxic trait of mine. And what that was is when I was thinking about what we were talking about, what we were going to talk about, and I was thinking about taking care of myself and all of this, I remember my dad telling me something. Hello, Maribel. My dad told me this saying, and I instantly went back to the saying. I instantly went back to the saying. And what the saying is, and while it is true in some aspects, it's not true in every aspect. But the saying is that you can't break what is already broken. And sometimes when I'm exuding too much energy or I'm not taking care of myself, instead of taking those moments and being like, okay, I need to check under the hood. I need to see what's going on. I need to maybe take an afternoon off, or I maybe need to combine two sources of things to just kind of make it a little bit easier for myself. Instead of doing that, I tell myself, if it ain't broken, or you can't break something that's already broken, meaning that I just push through it without thinking of my own mental well-being. And again, I'm super proud of myself because I took a step back. While that was my initial thought, I did take a step back and went, no, Lonnie, you need to see this in a clearer way, and you need to see this in a healthier way, because the other way is no good can come out of the other way if you continue to do that. So I just wanted to let you know, I gave myself a couple pats on my back this morning, and here we are. I'm energized and just having a great time. Elisa says, I don't understand people bombarding others with hate. It just makes no sense. You know what, truthfully, if you're not a hateful person, it doesn't make any sense. But the thing is that these are people that are they're miserable. And instead of helping themselves or trying to heal themselves or to try to better themselves, they just decide to lash out and be mean. They're bullies. Those are the bullies on the playground that was hurting other kids when they were younger, they grow up and they do the exact same thing. I mean, we've all seen those movies or those shows where that one kid, and for some reason it's typically a boy. I don't know why, but the kid is like being mean to little animals and grows up to be a serial. And I'm like, these people that are or who are bombarding and are saying mean things again are the same people who were being mean on the playground. Dealing with BS too. Are you dealing with, hello again, are you dealing with BS or are you just talking in general? Okay, Loki's mom, take care. I need to sleep now. See you in the morning. Yes, I will see you tonight. You're such an inspiration for women of our generation. Well, thank you. You know what? And that has been that has been such an amazing. It's been an amazing journey, and it is just started. It feels like it's just catching on. It's just catching on because the more I do this, the more I want to do it, the louder I want to be, the more I want to do it. And there's it needs to be done. It needs to be said. Women of our generation need to know that they do not fade away unless they allow themselves to unless they allow themselves to fade away. And we just cannot allow ourselves. You motivated me to go for it and dye my hair pink at 52. I love it. I absolutely do. And I'm going to tell you a story about that. Get your lighters out, folks. You're meaning in my life. You are my inspiration. Aw, thank you, Court. I do appreciate you. See, and here's the cool thing. And here's where this all goes full circle. And this is really how I want you to look at it, because this circle doesn't stop with me. This circle continues with you, and then it's going to continue with somebody else, and then it's going to continue with somebody else. Because what happened is I was in San Francisco, gosh, probably 5-6 years ago, and I'm sitting on the subway, and I'm just sitting there. And I was not confident. I was not this version of me who I am right now. This is something that I've really worked on, and I've really tried on a daily basis to be stronger and more confident. But I was sitting on the subway and I was like, I don't like my hair. I don't like my outfit. I don't like this. I don't like that. I was not feeling cool. I was not feeling confident. And here I am on the BART heading into the city. And these two ladies get on the subway and they're just minding their own business. They're talking to each other. They look happy. They're laughing. They sit down. One lady, my age, had green hair and the other lady had purple hair. And I was like, oh, that is so cool. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I have never seen anything so cool in my life. And I sat there. Oh, thank you for my rose. I appreciate that. So I sat there and I was trying to I might have had my iPad, but I probably had my phone. But I was sitting there and I was like, pretend not to look at them. And I just did that. And I was like, Courtney, one day I will be. And that's in my stars. Courtney's wondering why I'm not a motivational speaker. I have my platform here, but it will get bigger. And I one day would love to be a motivational speaker, putting it out into the universe right now. So I'm sitting there and I'm staring. And in my mind, I was like, one day, Lonnie, one day you will be confident enough to do the same thing. One day you're going to just dye your hair whatever color you want. I knew at that point that I had work to do. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Is it Lisa 64? Thank you for the follow. So I knew at that point that I had work to do. My work was just starting, but those two ladies inspired me to work on my confidence. Those two ladies are the ones that put a little spark in the back of my head that I had to work on myself and I had to get there. And slowly but surely, I did gain my confidence, and I've dyed my hair pink. I've dyed it purple. I've dyed it blue. I've had it, longer. I buzzed my hair, and they're the ones that started this journey. So just like you look at me and you're like, you gave me the confidence to dye my hair pink, you are going to do the same thing whether you know it or not. Those ladies had no idea I was even on the subway. I guarantee you if I found them and I like, hey, you remember me? 3 seats and, behind you. Actually, in the subway, some people face this way, some people face this way. So I'd be like, hey, do you remember me? I was like sitting across from you 2 seats back. They'd be like, no, who are you? And what are you talking about? And yet here I still sit here and I still talk about them today. So do your inspiration, do your style, and know that you're motivating other people just like I am, but you just might not get the constant like thank yous, but you are doing it. Good morning, Kendall. Matt, let's see what Matt says. Love your buzz cut. Did you recently shave it or have you had short hair for a while? I buzzed it, as Courtney says, I buzzed it last November and I keep it trimmed up. I buzz it myself about once a week. I'll probably do this again on Saturday. Aw, thank you, Kendall. I like my little fairy. That's my little Faye girl. Thank you. I heard some great advice. Put all social media on a timer so it doesn't emotionally corrupt you. Yes, I know Robert, again, I quote him a lot, but what he does is he actually has an egg timer and he gives himself certain tasks to do and he gives himself a certain time frame to do it. So then that way he feels a little bit less stressed. But just putting these 2 streams together has absolutely opened up so much. And I have a little bit different schedule. I'm still up at 4:00 in the morning to go to the gym. I'm home by 5. I work until 6. I walk Indy. I come back, I post my first round of social media. I take a shower. I do some more filming. I'm live. After here, I'm going to go run an errand. I'll do some more content creating, have lunch, take Indy for a walk, and then I'm back here again. And it's a very doable schedule. Because like I said, a lot of this does not feel like work. I made the tofu on your page and it was so good. That stuff is so good. I absolutely love that stuff. Most of the time, it's young people that tell me they love my hair. And you know what? And you're inspiring them to be themselves. That happened to me on Saturday. I went into Ralph's after my facial and I'm sitting there. It's pink today. I love that. But I'm sitting there and I was in Ralph's and I was like looking for my sparkling cranberry juice. And I saw this girl just kind of like lingering by me a little bit. And I look over and she's like, hi. And she was a younger girl. I'm like, hi. And she's like, I really like your look. And I'm like, oh, thank you. She's like, you have a really cool vibe. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I should have told her to follow me on social media, but I didn't. But hello, Connie. But it's the simple fact that it was really cool to know that just walking into a grocery store, being my authentic self, made her feel good, because I looked at her outfit and our outfits were very similar. I was in all black. She was in all black. I was just probably 40 years older than she was. And so I thought it was really cool. Courtney, does he really go to bed by 8? No, he usually is in bed by like 7:30. Robert is a very, he goes to bed way earlier than I do. I'm usually asleep by 9:30 or 10. Robert is, I think he'll kill me if he knows that I let out his secret, but he's usually like slowing down by 7:30. We definitely live the senior citizen lifestyle. Let's see here. I really want to be a vegetarian. What are your recommendations? You know what? I absolutely love being a vegetarian, and I eat pretty much the same way that I ate when I was eating meat. I just substitute that one thing for either a portobello mushroom or like a plant-based patty. So for example, like if I'm making tacos, I will take the tofu and I'll crumble it up and then I'll put it in the taco seasoning and then I will make tacos out of that. Or I really like doing my honey sriracha cauliflower, and I'll use that instead of meat. You can use chickpeas a lot instead of meat. So I eat pretty much exactly like I ate before I became a vegetarian. I just substitute the meat for something else. Um, Courtney says, "Don't feel good. Go give someone a random compliment and watch their face light up." Absolutely. I am notorious for that. Um, Got to go. Bye, honey. Bye, bad fairy. I'm notorious for that, but I love doing that. I'll randomly stop people in the grocery store and I'll be like, "I really like your outfit." Or I will be like, "Your haircut is fire on you." And it is true. It really makes people feel good about themselves. And words are free. You know what? I always say it is just as easy to be nice as it is to be mean. It's just that the mean people are louder. And I personally think that we as nice people, we need to be louder than the mean people. The only thing that's stopping us is us, because sometimes nice people don't say things because they're afraid of getting the attention of the bad people. But that just lets them win. So we just need to armor up with our goodness and our kindness and our happiness and just be like, "Bring it on, mean people. You're not going to get me." And then, and they won't affect you. Even if it's girl jeans look great on you or those shoes. Absolutely, Courtney. 100%. I complimented some guys because he had on like a really cool pair of shoes and some like, I would say skinnier dress pants with a patterned shirt and then a different pattern tie. And I'm like, "Ooh, I really like your outfit." And he's like, "Oh my gosh." He goes, "I was trying to leave my house this morning and I was so worried that my outfit was too loud. You just made my day." And I'm like, "I'm glad I made your day," because I really did like his outfit. Let's see here. Danelle says, "Hi, Lonnie. I love you. You're so awesome." Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And as you can tell, I just have to move a couple of things around and I come back with even more I won't say vengeance because vengeance sounds mean, but with more vigor. Doesn't vigor sound better? Is vigor even a word these days? I mean, nobody ever says that. They're like, "I have a lot of vigor in my step." What does vigor even mean? Love giving those random compliments is my favorite hobby. Absolutely. But Courtney, you're such a sweet person, and that's why I love you. So what does vigor mean? I guess I can't throw this word around if I don't really know what it means, but is it even a word? Oh, no. Isn't, vigor. Yeah. Okay. I guess if I spelt it correctly. Did you like my, no, that cannot be right. If I can, again, type correctly. There. Let's go. Okay, it's physical strength and good health. There, that's what it means. Phew. Okay. Sometimes I don't spell well, and I don't spell well. And I am going to talk about my eyebrows. So I have a video about this, but I'm starting to put colored mascara on my eyebrows. And I did the maroon, and I kind of like that, but I thought it was too red. And then yesterday I did my eyebrow pencil, and then I put on the blue mascara, and I thought that was a little dark. I kind of had Angry Bird eyebrows going on. So I kept it on all day, but it wasn't my favorite. And then today I didn't put on the colored pencil, but I just used the blue mascara on my eyebrows. And I got to tell you, I like this. This is the winning combination right there. So think about getting some colored mascara and putting it on your eyebrows just for fun. I mean, you might be sitting there and somebody might look at your eyebrows and be like, "Wow, that's really cool. I'm going to go put colored mascara on my eyebrows." So I did that. So let's see. Ooh, I am going to be doing way more cooking videos because part of what I like to do is I like to show how I cook as a vegetarian, because a lot of times people are under the impression that, the only thing you can't eat fun stuff. And that is absolutely not the case. You can eat all sorts of fun things. But mostly I've been getting a lot of comments, which I think is really cool because I didn't even really think about this, but I cook for one. I mean, even though Robert is here, we both cook individually. Um, yeah, because we both cook individually. I mean, he cooks when he's hungry, he eats his meal. I cook when I'm hungry and I eat my meal. So I cook for one. And I'm going to start incorporating in those recipes that I'm making how to make these dishes for one, because there's a lot more people out there single cooking than what we think. And sometimes it gets to almost become a chore. And I'm trying to get some more joy out of cooking, I guess you could say. So like the little portobello mushroom that I made yesterday, so yummy. And I have 2 left, so I'm probably going to cook those up and make them the exact same way with my coleslaw. That was really good. And it was easy to make for one person. So my cooking is not only going to be new recipes, new vegetarian recipes, but it's going to be geared specifically towards single meals for single people, because there's a lot of us out there. And again, like I said, sometimes, even I will be like, I don't feel like cooking anything. So I find myself gravitating and eating horrible things. I'll be like, okay, so I guess a slice of cheese and a handful of Triscuits is what's on store. And when I eat like that, I gain weight. And when I eat healthy and I eat a balanced meal, I find like my body works better and keeps it off. Girl dinner. Oh my gosh. You know what? One of my favorites is, if I'm going to do like a girl dinner like that, but I'll get some string cheese, like those little cheese wheels. What's the little cheese wheels with the cow on it? I'll get one of those with some pita chips and some grapes. Oh, that is so good. I always pretend like I'm on a picnic, even though I'm not on a picnic and I'm sitting right in my kitchen. I am like, if I were on a picnic, this is what I would be eating: grapes, cheese, and pita chips. And I know myself that I can't eat like that. I need more nutrition. So I am coming up with much better recipes than that. Could you imagine my cooking video? I'd be like, you get yourself a box of cheese, you get yourself some grapes, and then you get yourself some pita chips. There you go. Sit on the floor, pretend like you're having a picnic, and eat your dinner. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. That's where I've been. That's where I'm going. So, I'm going to be saying goodbye here in a minute, but Make a Lonnie cookbook. Ooh, I love that. I have to become a motivational speaker and write a cookbook. I seriously need like Hulu or Paramount or I need some TV people to be like, okay, we need to give her her own show so she can motivate people, do cooking. I would have guest stars on. I would have Pedro Pascual come on every single episode. And he would just be like sitting in the background and he would just be like, yep, Lonnie, you just do your thing. I'd be like, thank you, Pedro. It's okay. You can sit back down. And that would be a perfect show. I've been a vegetarian for 2 years, did vegan for 1 year. Looking forward to your recipes. Thank you. Yeah, no, I've been a vegetarian now for going on 7 years. I tried vegan, but I rely way too heavily on cheese and I like dairy. My little thing every night is I give myself one cookie and a glass of milk every night. That is my reward for a job well done, is one cookie and a glass of milk. And I would really miss that if it were gone. So I used to do chocolate milk, but it has too many unnecessary calories. So I get my sweets in my cookie. Hello, Anne. Yeah, well, I am streaming second place also. So I have the microphone so they can hear what I'm saying, because I'm here and I'm here, or I'm here and I'm here. So I actually am two places at once. I'm like I was going to say a musician, but I'm not. I'm like a magician. So what was I going to say? What was I going to say? What was I going to say? I don't know. If it's important, I'll remember it. Oh, yes, I do remember. Okay, listen up, TikTok, because I got a special surprise for you. I'm going to do a surprise giveaway for one of my subscribers tonight. I didn't want to say that in the beginning because I don't want it to be too much out there. But if you are a subscriber on my TikTok channel, I'm doing a surprise giveaway tonight. So excited. I'm so excited. I can't deny it. And I think I'd like it. I'm so bad I have homemade matcha green tea, 2 pumps vanilla, 2 pumps peppermint, 1% milk. Well, it sounds good. I just drink black coffee. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm always like, la, 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 la. But, yeah. Hello, Hippie Cinema. How are you today, my friend? Did you say giveaway? I did. One of my subscribers, because I have 25 subscribers now. My goal is 100 subscribers. At 100 subscribers on TikTok, I am gifting somebody a pair of Doc Marten boots. That's at 100. I'm already doing a giveaway at the end of this month for my subscribers, and I am doing a surprise one tonight. So there you go. What you giving away, or is it also a surprise? Now that one's a surprise. I'm not going to give it all away. What number clip do you use on your hair? I just buzzed mine. Again, too low. I did a 1. Elsa, yes. At the very lowest that I'll do is a 3, and I'll do a 3 up the back of my neck because it's somewhere weird, like how my head is shaped or something. If I don't do a 3, this doesn't go down as far, but I'll do a 3 right here. Like that. Then I'll do a 5 around the middle part of my head right there. And then I do a 7 on top. I'm doing very well. I received my grades for my second paper, 95 out of 100. Awesome. See, I knew you were a smarty, and you're going to do great, and you're going to excel, and everything is going to be beautiful for you. That's just the way it is. I've said it, it's in the universe, and it's just going to happen that way. But I usually do a 3, a 5, and a 7. If I'm in a big hurry, then I will just do a 7 all over. But I typically like to just kind of fade it up a little bit. And I have to do that again. I'll probably do a video about it on Saturday. And I will do a fade one this time. Last time I did just the 7 all over, and that was kind of, I wouldn't say a boring video, but I was just like, meh, and I'll show how I do the fade. Let's see here. Courtney, I don't think that would be fair because you'd win all the time. What did Courtney say? No, of course you're entered to win. Anybody who's a subscriber. So Courtney, if Courtney's entered to win, and if you wanted to subscribe, you would be entered to win. Because how I'm going to do it is it's going to be cheater proof. All right. Because I have 25 subscribers, and I'm going to write down every single name, all 25. If there's 26, if there's 27, no, I'm not going to, Courtney. Because you deserve it just like everybody else. So I'm writing down all 25 people's names, or however many subscribers there are by tonight. I'm putting them in a bag. I'm shaking it up, putting my hand in, and I'm pulling out a subscriber's name. Whoever that subscriber is going to win the surprise giveaway for tonight. It's just the way it is. Courtney, this is my universe. I make the rules, and I have spoken. So there you go. It's just the way it is. You know, I have very few hard, fast rules in my life, but I think everybody who is subscribed, who's a part of the lives, it's part of a community. And I don't think that taking it out is the right thing to do. So I'm not going to do it because everybody loves you. And just like you love everybody else. And that's just the way it is. This is Lonnie's world. Absolutely. Ask The Bachelor. You know what? When I went up to Hollywood and I was talking, when I was at the Golden Bachelor premiere, the guy told me I was bossy. And I'm like, then take better pictures, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not one of your bachelorettes who are vying for your attention. If you're standing next to me and you're going to be in a picture that I'm in, it's going to be a good picture. Otherwise, back off and I will take my own picture. It's just the way it works. And he didn't like that. Again, he thought I was bossy. And I'm like, okay, I can take that. For me, it's a compliment. If a man calls me bossy, it just means they know how confident and strong I am. And for that, I say, thank you, kind sir. Now, please kindly move along. It's just the way I operate. It's in my DNA. It has been instilled in me since birth. And it's when I finally stopped trying to be somebody other than who I am, that is when the true moment of confidence and joy happens, because I embrace that part of me. I don't try to hide that part of me. I don't want to be the anybody other than who I am. And if I'm awkward, I'm awkward. You know, I was at that premiere. Everybody's like trying to be perfect. I'm shoving French fries up my, like right there in my mouth, pretending like I was a walrus. I didn't see any other ladies doing that. And I didn't care because I was having a fun time. And if you thought I was weird for being a walrus, French fried walrus, then move on. It's perfectly fine. You're in my universe. And in my universe, we play with food. What can I say? You know what? Again, it's just part of me. I'm loving your energy today. Well, thank you, my friend. In the very beginning, I'm telling you right now, I just needed to. Kelly says, Courtney rocks. Lonnie's world, we just live in it. Absolutely. See, Courtney, even Kelly is telling you to just pipe down, Piper. If you win, you win. I dare a man to call me bossy. Oh, no. I don't think that they would walk away the same guy. And that's just the thing. It's just like a lot of times people think that being told that you're bossy, they think it's an insult. And for me, it's a compliment. When people tell me that I am quirky or weird or eccentric, I say, thank you for, thank you for noticing. I appreciate it. OMG, I love the French fry story you posted. Yeah, you know what? I didn't keep that up for very long. It was kind of like an experiment because now on TikTok, you can actually cut things off. You know, you can cut a clip out of your live. And it just didn't do well. And sometimes I just want, you know, it was kind of an experiment. But yeah, Bridget, that's just what I do. And, you know, unfortunately, the French fries had chives on them. So I had like little green things stuck in my teeth. And that was a different story for a different day. But, you know, just walk around and just be yourself and just have fun and stop worrying about what other people are going to think about you and just worry about what you think about yourself. And once you stop fighting who you are and you just embrace it and you love it, that is when you are absolutely going to be like, oh, wow. Yeah. Nope. I know who I want to be. I know how I want to dress. I know how I want to wear my hair, and everything will be skyrocket from there. Linda says, I'm glad you spoke up to The Bachelor. Linda, it came out of my mouth so fast. I couldn't have stopped it if I tried. And it was such a gut reaction. And when he told me I was bossy, he told me I was bossy to my face. I was like, then take better pictures. You know, it's like, I'm sorry. Do you not know how to take a picture? You're the freaking Bachelor. And so I was just like, okay, thank you. Thank you for noticing. I just thought it was funny. And then again, he introduced himself and I'm like, yeah, dude, I kind of know who you are. That's kind of like why I'm here. So anyway, Anna says, I love your energy today. Greetings from Germany. Well, hello, Anna. Hello. Yeah, no, it's a good energy today. I got up early. I went to the gym. I am going to go do a couple of like little content videos outside of the house. It's all good. I already don't want him because that's a common thing men say to women, that they're bossy. Yeah, you know what? But the thing is like, and I'm just gonna say it, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but a lot of women take the submissive role. It's not. It's a role that women take, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't tell me my bossy energy is wrong, and I won't tell you your submissive energy is wrong. You do what makes you happy. But if I come walking into a room and I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to speak up and I'm going to be myself, don't be offended by it. Because the thing is I don't want to perpetuate that whole, like, if you're not like me, you're wrong mentality, because I don't want people to do that to me. I'm not like them. So give me my space just to be me and to be free being me. And I will reciprocate the same respect back to you. Just give it back to me. That's all I'm asking. Kelly says, my husband had an absolute moment this morning when he told me I was over resting, needed to simmer down. I have to tell you, I was almost on the news. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, he definitely needs to just, reacting, not resting. No, guys, you can't ever tell a woman, you can't ever tell a woman, for one thing, that they're overreacting. Because if you want to see overreacting, tell a woman they're overreacting. It is definitely, you're going to see something. Lonnie is all our moms. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Better than the one I got. Oh, Anne. Well, you know what? I like being there for you to just be like, hey, you know what? You can be, I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you. And I love you. How's that? I'm not going to add to a beautiful statement. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So I got that, reacting, that resting. Yes, absolutely. All right, everybody, on the taking up where we began this entire stream, I'm going to take off because I had a great time, but I've got things to do because I want to get rested up. I will be back tonight on TikTok at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time for an evening live. If you all want to come back, join me then. I would absolutely love to see you again. There's going to be a surprise giveaway. I'm so excited. And for subscribers, so if you want to subscribe, it's not too late. If you subscribe, thank you, Courtney. If you want to subscribe during my live before the giveaway, that's perfectly fine too. I'll write your name down and I'll put it in the bag, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun live. Till tomorrow, Linda, Kelly, everybody, I love you all. Remember, be bright, be bold, be brave, and I will see you all tomorrow.